Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the T-54 Ltwt. It's a Tier 9 Soviet light tank. It's located on the southwestbourne of highway, and it's under the command of 73north WTWW clan. Now basically this is a lightweight version of a T-54, a project that never got fulfilled. It was supposed to be about 6 tons lighter than the T-54, but it ended up not getting built. It was they stripped out a lot of the weight, and they took away a lot of the armour as well, which made this thing fairly vulnerable. It does have a 100mm gun, which with standard APCR is capable of 250 alpha and 208mm of pen, and with the premium rounds it's 235mm of pen. So it's a decent gun, and it can shoot on the move, but it never got built. Whoa! Well, he took a round straight away into the tracks from a Shure Future, or Shure Future, I should say. Oh, and he's taken one from a Patton, and that's a 105mm round, so he needs to be careful. Okay, oh, and he's taken another one from the Shure, who's poked over the ridgeline to get shots at him. Remember, he's still got 2 more rounds to fire. And look at this, he's actually gone right into the enemy rear to spot where the enemy are. Everyone now knows where the tanks are, and they're starting to take hits, so he's actually getting spotting assist. Now, active spotting like this can be terribly dangerous, and he just took a round from a Cobra, and he's down to just 70 hit points now. So the next shot is going to be fatal. No, it wasn't fatal. It was actually one into the tracks. But you can see he's now on his last legs, and he really needs to be a lot more careful. But look at the amount of spotting he's achieved so far. 7,700 in just a short period of time. His teammates behind him are reveling in this because they're getting huge amounts of damage, but no risk, because they can see where the enemy is, and the enemy, well, they're in a bit of a pickle now. They're 7-0 down. 7-0 down, yes. He's actually given them the victory, basically from just a little bit of risk, but he could go down at any moment to an enemy shot. Well, it doesn't appear that there's anybody at home. Well, there is. It doesn't appear that there's anybody at home, but there's a convoy just a short distance away, and he's picking up the spotting assist from that one, and in fact the guy goes down. But look, we've got another tank, and it's a Shure Future 4 just there, and he's going to go for the bustle, try to get the ammo rack off the autoloader, and he is getting damage, and the Shure goes down, and it's 9-0 now. 9-0. The battle's only been going for 3 minutes. There's only 4 enemy tanks left. Basically, you could say that 73north has just gifted a victory to his teammates for only the cost of his hit points. And he's sitting here now, next to the bridge. Well, kind of victorious, you might say. He wants a bit of extra hit points. He doesn't have to take this risk. He could just go and sit in the cap area, and he'd be happy with the victory. But he's going into the town nonetheless. Oh, that's the quarters.
We're done for. Everyone get out.
And that was the unnecessary risk. Oh dear. Yeah, what you should do when you're faced like something like that, something you don't want to see, is drive forward as fast as you can and go as fast as you can sideways into the next building to get out of his reach. But sadly, unfortunately, he drove right at the tortoise, who just eliminated him with a 120mm shell, because he just didn't have anything left. But the tortoise has just been killed. In fact, now there's only 2 enemy left, and his team are going to romp home on this one. And that's it. The game's over. It's a victory. Most spotting games nowadays involve a tank going into a bush and spotting the enemy team, not being spotted at all, and just getting their teammates to shoot at tanks who happen to be spotted by you. But in this one, 73north did active spotting. He actually went out there, was seen by the enemy, shot at by the enemy, and his teammates then got the damage on the enemy because he was brave enough to lose his hit points in giving them clean shots. What a battle that was. This was a Holy Trinity battle, you could say, in many ways. The term actually came from what Arty Nibs. We were the ones who came up with the idea, but it is a Holy Trinity because this was a first ace tanker, and being an ace tanker makes it the Holy Trinity. He got his first ace in the T-54 Ltwt, but the Holy Trinity is, in fact, the spotter badge for spotting at least 1,000 hit points of damage, a patrol duty for being the only one spotting 6 enemy tanks whilst they were damaged, and on top of that he got the Scout Medal, which means that he spotted at least 9 enemy tanks. If you get all these 3 medals, then you basically done your job as a light tank. You've given your team the chance of victory, and it shows how much effort you put into it, the fact that you got all 3. But to get it with an ace tanker on top means you were instrumental in winning this game, and that was an absolutely fabulous display of how the T-54 Ltwt, even with its lightweight and no armor, can still be a spectacular light tank to find the enemy and actively spot them. Let's have a look at team score. Well, he didn't get much in the way of damage. The high scorer on this team was, in fact, the Waffenträger auf Panzer IV, who got 3,977 hit points. In second place was actually the Cobra on the enemy team with 3,142, followed by the T-54 on our team, who actually got a Confederate and 3,132 hit points of damage. So just 10 hit points less than the Cobra. We can see that down here is 73north with only 742 hit points, but at least there's a whole bunch of enemy tanks who got, well, barely enough even to match that. In fact, the highest scoring enemy tank that was beneath 73north was, in fact, the Conway, who only managed 630 hit points. 4 tanks, well, 3 tanks, 3 enemy tanks managed to get more damage than 73north did. But it's amazing to think that he spotted for that much damage, and the fact that the enemy only managed to get him when they put a tortoise in his way. Okay, well, let's have a look at kills. Well, the highest scorer was the Shure MV7X on his own team, who managed 3 kills. Another Shure MV7X managed 2 kills, and so did the CS-15-9. Nobody on the enemy team managed to get more than 1 kill. Only 3 tanks got kills at all, and one of those was, of course, the tortoise that killed 73north. When it came to base XP, oh, he's far above everyone else because he's the only one to get over 1,000 base. He got 1,263 out of that game. The next highest being, of course, the T-54 with 976, followed by the Shure MV7X with 866. He fired 7 rounds, but 5 of those rounds hit the target, and only 3 of them actually penetrated. 742 hit points of damage, all of it at close range. He received 6 hits from the enemy, 4 of which penetrated, 2 non-penetrations, rounds that actually hit the tracks, and he spotted 10 enemy vehicles, damaged 4 of the enemy, didn't get any kills, but he got 9,581 hit points of spotting assist in that game, and that's why they won. On a premium count, he actually made a profit, but it's only 291 credits. But he also got 1,894 experience points out of it as well. Fabulous game, 10.4 combined. And yes, it really was very, very exciting because you don't normally do that sort of spotting game on this map. Unless, of course, you sit in those bushes in the field, but then you won't see much of the enemy. And what he did was very, very brave indeed. And I would have counselled against going into the town to find the enemy. It would have been much better for him if he'd just gone and sat in the cap, so he'd stayed alive until the end of the game. But no, he wanted a few hit points more, and unfortunately he paid for it. Hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.